Welcome back to Off the Record, where we talk about
whatever we want.
And everybody's back. Soy's back. Cat's back.
Yep.
We're back.
That's so true.
What kind of questions do you want to know about us?
Yeah, we grilled you.
We grilled you last time.
I do have a lot of questions.
Please.
How did you guys meet?
All of us?
Which one?
Yeah.
So I guess if you
Because
start...
you guys seem like a pretty tight like friend group, but then
Yeah.
you guys have some history with the whole cop story. So I was like, oh, like, have you guys known each other your whole lives? Or
They met first.
Yeah, they go way
We
back.
met in 2000...
We built this company.
Okay.
Like 2004, huh? At the MMA gym?
Yeah.
Yeah, we met at an MMA gym through mutual friends. We went to the same high school and community college, but we didn't really know each other. And then we just like goofed around all the time. And then we realized we had the same sense of humor, so we started a YouTube channel together. And that was like 2007, so like 3 years after we met.
We hung out with the same people 3 years before we met.
Yeah.
But we didn't know each other. Because when I left the high school, he came in.
So there's an age gap?
No, we're the same age, but I left, not graduated. I signed myself out.
Oh, you mentioned it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we
And I
built
came
this
in because
company.
I got kicked out of another high school. So we're just swapping around.
Yeah, and then so fast forward to 2007, we started doing YouTube videos. 2009, you came around?
2009.
2009, he came around. He was our first, like,
Director.
main direct, yeah, videographer.
I just filmed everything, edited it, and all
We
that.
first
Behind the
started
scenes,
doing
and then you're
skits.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and then fast forward, we built all these different channels, whatever. We got these plaques. I want to show off real quick.
Yep.
We got hella plaques, girl.
Yep.
Let me fucking.
Oh, sure, you got a lot.
We got a lot of plaques. Hold on.
I got one of those.
Yeah.
Wow.
We got fucking plaques. We gotta post these somewhere. All right. So
Gotta be proud of them.
we got Just Kidding Party. We have 100,000 subs here. We have Astor Fields 100,000 subs. We got Just Kidding
Kidding
News.
Gamer,
And then
100.
we got this gold play button.
Yeah,
That's the original one too. The new one looks different.
yeah, the new one.
That one needs
I like
has
this
a little
one
bit of
better.
a backing.
I have the new one. It's not as cool.
That sounds cool.
This thing. And then we got this.
More stylized, but I like that
Yeah.
one.
What's the difference between these two? Oh, films and news.
Yeah, films and news. We got this. And then so.
Yeah, that looks pretty sick on camera.
Yeah, we all built this. We all built this, and then I'm gonna try to get rid of fast forward.
No
Yeah.
shit. How much Bitcoin can I get for that gold?
It's all scratched up too, and they're missing. We have another one that we submitted for, and they haven't sent it to us yet. But we have another channel that had 1 million subs.
Which
too.
one?
Yeah.
Just Kidding Party. That was news
That's
and
right,
films.
that's
We
right.
need one more.
Oh, you have to submit yourself to
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah, but we've been waiting for 3 years.
It's pretty automated.
Yeah. And well, anyways, no, maybe we've been waiting for 5 years for them to send it to us.
Those
but
things
it's okay.
are dusty. You don't
Yeah.
have to give those things any love.
we leave it under. Yeah.
They're not proud of it. They're not-
It's a fancy paperweight here.
Steve came around, I want to say 2014, 15?
2015, 2016.
Oh, because we met
Nikki
his
first.
wife first in
You guys
2014.
knew
She came
in
around.
2014.
Yeah. We had her in starring in our videos, and then we
She
went
came on
to
JK News and asked the Fields a lot too.
Yeah.
Cause she's one of the few females that we met that was really open with like talking about sex and stuff. So it was cool to have
She
her
was
on.
funny. Yeah, she was great. And yeah, and then we saw, you know Tim Delgado?
Yes. Yeah.
We had a roast on him, and he had this whole event, and Steve roasted him. And I'm like, oh my God, this guy's hilarious. Wait, you did say your fiance or whatever was, or husband
Yeah.
was a comic, and then I never put the two together, and I'm like,
Me neither.
let's bring him. And then that's when Steve started hanging with us.
Yeah, we hit it off like a motherfucker. Like, it was crazy. Like, I remember
Yeah.
coming in this room, because you're a YouTuber, you do so many collab videos over the years. I'm like an OG YouTuber too. I was in this game since like 2008, 2009. And you do so many collab videos with so many fucking douchebags. And then I met you guys, and I was expecting you guys to be tools. Nikki said you guys were cool. But I always go into everything just going like, I'm expecting to be disappointed.
Yeah.
And then we'll just see if it happens, right? But you guys are fucking legends, and like everyone's so cool and welcoming and shit. So I was just like, damn. I told Nikki, I was like, I could do that every week. And I've never left a collab video doing that. And I ended up doing this a lot. So
Been with us for like 5 years now.
yeah, easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I barely know Joe, but I just entered the room and I was like, well, everyone seems like pretty like friendly and nice, and nothing's been super hostile. But I was just wondering because it seems like a cool environment.
And we met Kat a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, because I met Nadeem on Instagram. We followed each other because he watches the podcast I work for. I watch JK films since I was a literal child.
Whoa.
Did you tag him too in the Go for Broke
Yes.
sweater?
That's the thing.
Did you see?
I was at the
That
gym
was
yesterday and I realized I was
crazy.
wearing a Go for
was
Broke
like,
sweater. I was
what?
like, oh shit, I'm friends
It's a
with these
clothing
fools
brand
now.
we built like 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? That's crazy.
So she was watching our content.
I was a
and then-
literal
yeah.
child watching Uncle
And
Sam.
now you're here.
And now I'm.
They influenced you,
They absolutely.
actually, in probably a negative way.
Go to therapy for this.
Yeah.
Only positive ways.
No way.
I feel like, no lie, I think JK is a big reason why I am in my career now, only because, like, at a certain point when I was growing up, there were, like, Asian people who were known as, like, model minority, and you guys were, like, fucking Neanderthal.
Yeah. That
And
sounds.
I love that. Like, you guys had
That sounds
similar
normal.
energies to, like, Bobby Lee of, like, doing,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
Margaret Cho, do
Yeah.
whatever the fuck you guys wanted.
Yeah.
And so I always kind of spoke my mind, and then that's how I got on Fight on the
That's
Kid and King
dope.
of Six.
You're like, where's my degenerate people? There. This is my people's.
Yes, my people. I was like, this is exactly what I need in my life.
That's true.
Yeah.
The gutter Asians are not represented equally, I tell
Yes.
you.
Gutter
Yes.
Asians.
We exist, goddammit, you know? But it's almost like, it's funny because when you look at the Asian scope, right, of who's like out there, and they talk about no representation, right? I almost feel like we're this embarrassing group where they're like, representation, but like not you guys.
But you guys,
That's how I fucking feel.
you guys are the ones who taught me that like representation means calling everything Asian, like calling everything.
It's an Asian thing. It's an Asian thing.
Like, well, no, not just the Asian thing, but you said that you didn't go to one college thing that didn't have Asian in the title of it, like in some way where you're like, why does it always have to rhyme with Asian?
Oh yeah,
or-
like the Asian for
Invasion.
celebration, invasion, like those things. I'm like,
Celebration, yeah.
that's so
Asian,
fucking
yeah.
cheesy.
I had no idea that it even existed, and then now every time I see that, I always cringe for you guys.
Yes, we got it.
I get it now. Yeah. So then we had what's her name from the Bling Show on.
Bling Empire.
Bling
Kelly.
Empire.
We had Kelly yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was awesome. She's great.
She's a different spectrum of the Asians. The most baller of Asians I've ever met in
And
my
she
life.
got to make something that didn't have to have Asian in it.
Which is so cool.
Which I wouldn't have never even known was cool until I met you guys, and you guys taught me that. And I'm like, oh wow, that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just you learn so much from just having different perspectives.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like it's almost probably like back in the day, like every Italian that wanted to make a movie was like, it had to be mafia based.
Had to be.
And then they're like, can I just make a regular Italian story or something that's not, and I think for us it's the same thing where we see all Asian content, it's always like this. And then so I guess like Bobby Lee was probably even before us where he just kind of did his own fucking thing and then we did our own thing. But then also I know
He's in his own world too.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he's even Asian.
that's true, yeah, he's an
Magical
alien.
man.
He's just an alien, but yeah, I think it's cool that we just kind of did our own thing and we had a decent amount of success, I guess.
No, like that's so much success. I've heard of you guys, but I didn't grow up watching YouTube, so it's not like a whole like, oh, I only watch this thing. Like I grew up like in K-pop, so it was either you like K-pop or YouTube.
Yeah.
So I was like really into K-pop. So like when I moved to LA, everyone's like, oh, like Wong Fu, JK, Michelle, like all this stuff, and I was just like, I never grew up with like any of this.
Yeah.
But it's really cool to see like Asians like doing cool things online. Period.
Not Wong Fu though, but yeah.
Yeah, they're weird.
Yeah, no, not Wong Fu. Yeah.
I think it was like one of those things where when you're in LA, like you two probably relate more because you're like not the majority, right? But when you're in LA or when you are the majority, it's like fish in water. They don't know they're in water. Like we don't know how good we got it, right? Because I mean, even for me, right? Like I grew up mainly like with Black and Mexican and some Asian, but it's still more than maybe what you two went through, right? But then when I moved here, it was like, oh damn! And I looked on Wikipedia. Monterey Park has the highest concentration of Asian population in America. Period.
Whoa.
Yeah. So we are in the city of the highest number, which is about 80%. You know. So it was like
There's a lot in this room, I'll tell you that.
kind of reflects, right?
More than
I am
80%.
in
More than
Monterey Park.
80%.
Yeah.
More than
Wow.
80%.
Wow.
This episode is brought to you by Babbel,
Bebo.
the #1 selling language app. And I'm actually really interested in this because, you know, my wife, Gio, is Mexican and she speaks Spanish, and grandma comes over and talks to Taika in Spanish all the time. So they all are speaking in Spanish, and I'm just tired of them like talking shit about me. I need to know what the hell is going on in those 3 filthy mouths. and I was trying. No, I'm just kidding. And I was actually trying to really learn how to speak Spanish, just because it's such a common language. And I did buy like this CD style one.
Yeah.
But I think it was when things are too like theoretical or too textbooksy.
Yeah.
It's like you're teaching me phrases that no one is ever gonna say.
Yeah, teach me pendejo, pendejo. You know,
so
like
someone cuts me off, I know what to scream out the window.
Yeah.
Not senor, right?
Yeah.
So I want to learn something like that, and I heard that Babbel is really, really good because a lot of it is very practical usage, and they even have a speech technology thing, right, where you can kind of slowly, like you speak into it in the correct enunciation.
I tried it for German, and I do think that there's a reason why they're the #1 language selling app right now. Like, they're the #1 selling language app right now on the market is because they have this voice like technology where when you are told like a phrase or whatever, right, you speak it in to the program, and then they correct you, your pronunciation and all this stuff. So it's almost like it is having a language teacher.
Yeah.
Basically, it's just AI though.
Yeah. And my favorite part of it is that the lessons are only 15 minutes long, so you can technically do it when you're taking a poop, going for a walk. Like they're short lessons. It's not a giant commitment where like, okay, I hope this drive is an hour long. Like you can use it just little by little and fit it into your day, and it's super useful.
What I like about it too is that there's like 100+ language experts that got together, and I like to believe that they had this like King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table.
Not a
like,
giant donut desk.
Oh, that's pretty cool too.
They could face each other.
They're facing each other. And then, but they're in the knights though, and then like they're the knights of language.
Yeah.
And then they're like an official committee helping the program learn the right way of like how do you learn a language, not the boring way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, if you don't want to learn Spanish because you already speak it or whatever, there's 14 languages on the app, and I thought that was pretty cool.
That is really cool. So
German, Italian, French.
Yeah, so if you're interested in learning another language in a very easy to digest format, you want to be able to speak and improve your enunciation, go to babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com, and use the code off the record because they have a really good deal right now. For 3 months, you get 6 months total. You get 3 months, and you get the next 3 months for free. So go to babbel.com and use the code off the record to get your 6 months for the price of 3 months.
Yeah, but then because of that though, when we first started making content, it was like, hey, you know what's funny is like all this comedy stuff, I just don't get it. Like there are Asian comics, but then I feel like I don't connect with their jokes. So we started doing stuff because we just thought it was funny. And then a lot of people started talking about like Asian representation, you're doing it for this and that, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, you're right, it is like that. But
I guess I will like Dat Fan.
yeah.
He was a San Diego comic. I remember him growing up, like, because I was.
Yeah, he was crushing it back then.
Yeah, he was.
He was good.
Yeah.
I liked
Yeah,
him.
I liked him too, actually. But it became fun to hate Dat Fan, so then everyone.
I know, right? I think
like
Bobby
good.
started all of that shit, dude.
Yeah, like OG Tiger Belly
He
days.
did.
He fucking hates that fan so much.
Dude, that was the Dane Cook thing. Dane Cook came up hard, and then everyone started to hate on Dane Cook, and then it became not cool to like Dane Cook.
Yeah.
I remember being at UCB
Oh, yeah.
in like 2006, and everyone's like, "Fuck Dane Cook," and that would get a laugh every time. So like stuff like that, you see that, and how that all builds, and it's all bullshit, but it works.
That's so fun.
But yeah, Dat Fan, man. Everyone loved to hate Dat Fan because Bobby started it.
That's crazy.
I do feel like though right now there's this whole new what do you call it? Not emergence. Like there's always been like this thing of like defining culture, right? But there's now this whole new way of looking at it. It's different from when we grew up and what is like cool Asian shit, you know? Because back then it was like YouTube was the only place like that you will see, I guess, Asian American youth culture. But then now it's not just like, it's not one thing. Like before it was one thing, but then back then it was like within like, I mean, now it's like in K-pop, which is like a mesh of the two.
Right.
Or like
Anime.
dance.
Anime is really big too.
Yeah.
You know,
Dance.
yeah. And then even all the Asian influencers don't know each other.
Right.
But 10 years ago, we all knew each other. Like, because it was either just YouTube. Wait, there was only YouTube. And then traditional.
Yeah.
And then that was even more of a closer thing too. Yeah. But now it's like you got the 88 Rising kids, you got like even like different YouTubers that just are Asian, but they don't hang out.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, like TikTokers. There's a bunch of Asian TikTokers.
True, yeah, and
And
I
they
don't
have
know
their own
them.
things, and it's like
Yeah.
separate from like. It's so interesting.
Instagram.
Instagram has their
Yeah.
own
You see, it's
economy.
huge. TikTok. There's a bunch of TikTokers who are getting their own reality show right now.
What?
Oh yeah, they're under fire, right? There's like that
Netflix
Netflix
one.
show that just got announced, and people
Yeah.
are angry about it
Why are they angry?
because they don't like the idea of TikTokers having a lot of success. Because like no, like I mean.
Wait, who's angry? Who's angry?
Thank you for
Like,
saying
I
that.
would say-
That's why we like you.
I would say it's like the general public of like, it's the same people who shit on TikTokers before they made money because they're like, oh, look, these stupid kids like doing stupid dances, like they're idiots. And now that they're multi-millionaires getting these Netflix deals and whatever the fuck, people are like, well, I could have done that. And in their heads, they're like, I should have done that, but I didn't. So I'm gonna hate on them for doing it before
I
I
see.
did.
But that's what happened to YouTubers. Yeah.
Comedian, stand-up comics
Yeah.
and comedians on YouTube.
And now I can't get away from anybody, any of the people that I watched as a kid, or anybody at the end of the video saying, "Thanks for watching. Please subscribe." And I'm
Yeah.
like, back in the day, you motherfuckers used to make fun of us.
Yeah.
You laughed at us.
We were on YouTube hating ourselves. We were on YouTube resenting YouTube.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, what? I used to go to panels and be like, I am not a YouTuber, I'm a filmmaker.
Oh, you're the like pretentious, like, I'm not a part of them.
You know what's funny? Because, all right, in
was a phase.
2000, I want to say from 2007 to maybe like 2013 even, right? OG YouTubers, we got on YouTubers because we had no choice. Because it's like Hollywood was so fucking hard. We just pivoted or we just had fun with it. Nobody wanted to be a YouTuber. But the kids that grew up watching YouTube, their dreams were to be a YouTuber. Because our generation paved the way for that, right? And
You're
then now,
welcome. You're welcome.
but then now it's like, it's not weird, right? It's just a thing. Like if you're a YouTuber, you just make YouTube videos.
Yeah.
But I remember there was a time when musicians on YouTube were like, no, I'm not a YouTuber, I'm a musician. Or like, I do this, I'm a pianist or whatever.
That's why I flew to New York and I did a troll video outside of the YouTube Music Awards. And it was hilarious because we had all these YouTubers who do music who didn't get nominated. And it was like Eminem got nominated, like Adele.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Oh, I remember
Yeah.
that.
So then I went to I was in line there with my microphone and my camera and all shit, and I was asking people, I was like, who's your favorite YouTuber? And then I was like, why isn't it like Eminem? Why isn't it like Lady Gaga? They all post videos on YouTube. They are YouTubers. Like, why are you talking about all these people nobody's ever fucking heard of? Like,
Yeah.
which is the joke of it, because what the fuck was YouTube even thinking, not promoting their own people?
Yeah.
But that's how it's been the whole time. YouTube hates its own creators.
It does.
And they can't wait for some celebrity to come in and then boost
Make it cool.
YouTube's image.
Make it cool, right? Yeah.
But then YouTube people who are watching are like, I don't know this person, and that's what the magic of YouTube is. They feel like they know us.
I remember being a part of YouTube Comedy Week. Like I got the email in, and I'm like, "Fuck yes! Finally, I'm getting included in something official YouTube, part of their whole comedy thing." And then I show up, and then I look at the script, and all they needed me for, because it's already filled with all the legit stand-up comedians. It was just me that was laying on the ground as a dead person the whole time.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like,
You got to be a trainer.
I was like, hey, this is better than nothing. So I just lay there, and then fuck it, you know, it's
bet you
better than
killed it,
nothing.
though.
I'm like,
You're cast as The Rock.
I was cast as a person that was just laying on the ground because I was dead.
Which is symbolism
Yeah.
to real YouTubers.
Yeah.
They really shit on
It's
us, dude.
foreshadowing.
I know, right?
And I'm like, who the fuck are? I mean, I knew who the stand-up comedians were, but I'm like, who the fuck are you guys to our audience? You know?
No, seriously.
And then that's why the comedy weeks didn't go on very long, because people were tuning in to see
Yeah.
their favorite YouTube comedians, but it was just a bunch of stand-up comedians.
Isn't that why they stopped making rewinds? Like last year, they didn't actually do a YouTube rewind. They were like,
maybe.
we're just feature the top videos for these categories.
Mr. Beast made a pretty legit rewind though, because you know he understands YouTube.
Yeah.
He's and then he made it.
He's like a YouTuber through and through. Not necessarily
Because
like
he grew up watching YouTube. He wanted to.
Yeah,
be
some
a
people
YouTuber.
I feel like get on YouTube for like the quick check.
They try to be better than
Yeah. Who tried to be like, oh, I'm a YouTuber now, guys, but it's still like, no, you're an actress coming in here trying to make money off your audience or whatever the fuck because your agent told you to do this shit. But like, you're not
And it shows.
Yeah, and it shows, and it absolutely shows. And every now and then you'll do a fucking mukbang with some like creator that you know, and that's about it. But you're not like a YouTuber. Mr. Beast is a YouTuber.
Right. and
I have
a
to say, though,
successful one.
I did a
Very
video with
successful.
Margaret Cho years ago, thinking it was going to be like that because it was like, you know, whatever. But she was so fucking cool. I was like, okay,
that's cool.
I judged this wrongly. Shouldn't have done that. But yeah, mostly it's the other one.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast is sick though. I
I
fucking
know.
love watching his videos. He can get me anytime, every time. His shit is just like crack, dude. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it, but I want to watch all this shit.
You know, Bieber, I consider him like a YouTuber.
He is, absolutely. Bieber is a YouTuber. Yeah.
But, you know, they don't promote him as a YouTuber.
Some people outgrow YouTube too.
I know.
Hey, what's his name? Bo Burnham did too.
All right.
Yeah, he was a YouTuber.
Yeah. Just shows when you have actual talent, you can break out.
And we're here.
We sometimes stay, yeah.
When you have like some talent, you know, you can stay here.
Some talent, we're here, yeah.
Good enough.
I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
Contentment.
Do you consider yourself a tuber or an Instagrammer or a TikToker or?
I mean, my biggest following is on TikTok. So a lot of times people are like, oh, she's a TikToker. But I started on like YouTube, but my YouTube isn't like, it's pretty small. It's like 20,000 subscribers.
Yeah, it's really small.
Yeah, so it's like, it's a little tiny thing. Little pea in the little bucket, you know? But
But what about your TikTok? How big is your TikTok?
like 300,000? Yeah, so it's pretty good for
job.
like, you know,
That's great.
a pandemic thing. Yeah, I love it. And
But you just started last year though.
yeah, for the TikTok, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to do no TikToks.
Dude, the best thing though is being in a room with OG YouTubers who are like these TikTok people.
It happens a lot. It happens a lot.
It's so
I'm afraid
funny.
to tell people I have a TikTok, but at the same time, like I use TikTok so much
Yeah.
that I love it as a platform.
Put
Like, I use
me
it
in
the
that
most.
room, I will take a dump in their mouth.
Everybody wants to be a TikToker now, though. That's the thing. They just don't want to admit it.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people shit, and then now they have TikToks, and they're like, "Oh, make sure to follow my TikTok." Hee hee, I can't believe I have a
It's
TikTok.
just a
and I'm
different
like,
medium. That's all it is.
I'm like, you
It
still
really
did
is.
Airband. It was just for 3 minutes longer than what they're doing. Like, why are you doing this?
And a lot of content that works on YouTube, if you cut it to follow TikTok, it works the same way because
Yeah.
it's just people hungry for like quick content that they want to.
Right.
That's what a lot of podcasters do now. The
Dude, the
community
podcasts are so
comedy
good on
podcasts.
TikTok,
They'll
yeah.
like take little clips and then put it back on.
Some subtitles, and you're good to go.
Yeah, and then it goes
Yeah.
viral.
It's like fun stuff to watch. I love TikTok.
Damn. Well, I wonder what the next thing is gonna
Too much work.
Put Uncle Sam on.
Because you've been doing it
TikTok.
for so long.
I know, maybe
It's
I'm
because you've
burnt
been doing it
out.
for so long.
And also, like, I don't know, I feel like it's such a, like, I have to put my bifocals on and fucking work on this shit. I remember when Vine first came out, like, when Vine first came out, and this is old too, because it's Vine, right? I was like, how the fuck do you do this goddamn Vine thing? And I remember, like, 6 seconds. So I just had, my first Vine ever was just my dog wagging its tail for 6 seconds. I was
It
like,
went
I
viral.
guess I made a Vine. No, I didn't.
Oh.
And I'm like, I don't know how to do this shit.